I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty.
And I'm Michael Zook with ZookEatsAustin.com.
And we're at Asia Market Eatery for this episode of Discover Austin Eats.
Thank you so much. All right.
So, we're going grocery shopping?
Sort of. You don't walk into your typical restaurant. You're like, I may be in the wrong spot. No, you're in the right spot. And it's a supermarket, a Chinese supermarket.
Explain a bit why you picked Asia Market Eatery.
We saw this thing that was like, hey, Chinese food, one of the best in the city, and it had Asia Market. And we noticed that it was up on the north side of Austin, which we live in Leander. So anything north that people are talking about, we're there.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, new Chinese place, let's check it out. We were here, we instantly fell in love because we walked in the place and it was just not your typical vibe for a restaurant in general. You know, it's a market. We sit down with the owner and talked about sort of how this place came about. They actually had a location here, pretty close to here, I think next door for years, and it was so popular. They eventually just shut it down because having lines of 2 hours just isn't something that they enjoyed.
Yeah.
They shut it down. I don't know how long later, but they then opened this restaurant in the back of the existing Chinese market. And we just have loved everything that they're doing here. They're making their own noodles here. They're making their own chili paste, which means they're making their own chili oil. And they're throwing everything in the wok right as you order it. All of their broths are made in-house. They're making all their own steamed product. They make their own XLB or soup dumplings. Okay. Pot stickers are fantastic. They're huge. You'll see, it's unlike a pot sticker that you've had. You really can't go wrong. And that menu has so many items that I've loved. So I'm excited to be here and finally shoot an episode of Discover Austin.
Well, anyone who follows Michael's Instagram account, Zook Eats Austin, will know that he does come here quite a bit. So I have watched from afar and I'm looking forward to trying some of the food today. We ordered a little bit of food, apparently.
We're gonna need a bigger table.
But this is dinner. Michael, you wanna attempt to explain what we have here?
This right here is the spicy beef noodle soup, Aces. These are the Taiwanese pot stickers. They're huge. It's a little bacon dish this bacon is cured in-house. They cure it here at the restaurant, and it's just a fantastic dish.
Okay.
I'm not gonna wait for you. This right here is the beef flat noodle. I love these noodles, they make them here. This stir-fried spicy hot pot. These chicken, I wanna say these are actually called chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Little nugs of joy. I'm going for the chicken feet. This is one of their steamed meat buns. This is what I was talking about earlier, is these buns are like Chinese dinner rolls.
These are so good.
These cucumbers, I keep going back to. These are the soup dumplings. It really takes a lot of skill to wrap a soup dumpling.
Yeah.
Because in the steaming process, if it comes undone or if it breaks at all, you know, you'll lose all the soup that's inside. There's a giant, basically meatball in there, which all soup dumplings have meat. Basically, they have their recipe for the mixture of meat, pork-based a lot of times, but has shrimp and other things. And that meat is combined with the soup, basically, the bone broth, and then stirred up. And the meat absorbs the bone broth. And then when they make the dumplings, they put it in the middle and then they seal the dumpling. And in the steaming process, the liquid or the soup actually comes out of the meat. And so when you eat it, you've got the meat in there and you've got separate soup, which is why it's called soup dumpling.
Wow. Excellent.
I don't think there's anything I didn't love on this table.
I mean, everything is just so well done. I mean, I can point to some of my favorites, the pot stickers, the soup dumplings, turnips were really good.
I don't even think it's intimidating to look at. You know what I mean? Like, it hit the table and you're like, you immediately go, I want to eat that.
Yeah. All right, Michael, it was delicious. A nice little snack. I always enjoy when we get just something light to eat. You want to wrap things up here?
If you want something that's a little different than what your typical restaurant is, come into Asian Market, go through the market. In fact, take some time. Look, there's a lot of fun stuff in the market to look at and actually purchase.
Can you get that at HEB?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Just
so.
a whole pound of it.
No.
Come back here, go to the counter, order some food.
If you're willing to be adventurous, the food is incredible.
All right. Well, I'm Craig Smyser with 1835 Realty.
And I'm Michael Zook with ZookEatsAustin.com.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Discover Austin Eats.